unapologetic about Taronda Jones. You don't just watch her, you feel her. Her presence is undeniable. Born and bred on Chicago's South Side, she carries the soul of the city in her walk, in her laugh, and in every word that she speaks. From the minute she stepped onto our screens as Portia on Empire, it was clear this woman is unapologetically herself, loving, loyal, and beyond everything else, she's real. And there's so much more to her than just any of the roles that she plays. She is a storyteller, a truth teller, and a host with heart. Now, as the magnetic host of OWN's The Never Ever Mets, Taronda holds space for Black love that has never touched, but it just runs so deep across miles, across timelines, and across the digital ether. And season 2, honey, it is deeper and more beautiful than anything ever seen. Black love that has never touched, but it just runs so deep across all timelines and across the digital ether. And season 2, it is deeper and it is more beautiful than ever before. Here is a glimpse of season 2 of The Never Ever Mets on OWN.
These 7 couples are all in a relationship with someone they have never met before.
I've been talking to this woman a damn year, and I never even seen her from the chest down.
All of that is about to change today.
I'm finna go meet my man.
Please welcome the incomparable, the hilarious, and heart-centered Taronda Jones.
Oh my! First of all, Kennedy, you gonna have to send me that bio, okay? I'm sitting up in my eyes getting watery, my heart getting all heavy. Okay, that was so beautiful. Thank you.
Thank you. It is such an honor to speak with you today. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
You have always been a truth teller, Taronda, whether it's through a character that you're playing on screen or just being you. I mean, your authenticity cuts through. And now as the host of The Never Ever Mets, you're not just telling stories, but you are shepherding love stories, like live, real, raw, in time. What did stepping into this role teach you about love and patience and just being around people in general?
Honestly, I grew up in a household of 8 siblings, right? We were in a 3-bedroom house. And mind you, 8 of us, including my grandmother, my grandfather, my 2 uncles, all lived in this 3-bedroom house. But the crazy thing is, I never knew I grew up in poverty because love was the center of that household. So love has always been a thing for me, you know. I'm uprooted in love, but to be able to step in this position of leadership and leading by example, but also navigating these relationships because this is what I love to do. This is what I love to curate as far as like love and as far as trying to help people give grace and things like that. So I think it's just natural for me to be in this. I don't even want to call it the position of authority, but this position of leadership while guiding these couples through their experience and their challenges on this show.
I love that. Talking about love, I love that. Love is here to support us, to teach us, to allow us to grow deeper into who we are. And you carry your Chicago roots with so much love. I mean, you wear it like a crown. It's just unshakable, resilient, full of grit and grace. And there's a certain realness that you just bring into everything that you do, especially when you're hosting. It feels like you're really just giving people permission to be themselves. And that's just such a beautiful thing. And I mean, how does your background allow you to hold space for people, especially when emotions are running high too?
Yeah. So I come obviously from Chicago where you got to have grit. You got to have some form of grit because it's a tough city to grow up in. And I think trying to figure out who I was as a teenager and coming up and looking at my upbringing and, you know, things, people tell you what you can and can't be. And at some point I love my grandmother because she was a cheerleader and she was a champion for my mother's kids. Okay. She was a cheerleader and a champion for us. And one thing she instilled in us is just be authentic, be you. The world got enough copycats. This is something she always say, it's good to be good. My grandmother was always good for saying that, saying it's just good to be good. It's enough copycats out here. We don't got enough. How are you going to stand out? How are you going to be different? And because I grew up in a city where it's hard to be seen, you want to be seen so bad. So with me, it's not about being seen. It's just about being heard. I love making people feel seen and feel heard because I know what it's like to not have that spotlight. I know what it's like to be at the bottom. I know what it's like to be an underdog.
Wow. Shout out to Grandma.
Shout out to Granny.
Yes, Granny. Thank you for the messages and the lessons and the wisdom.
Thank you.
Ooh. I love that. I love that. You've learned so much from being raised in Chicago. And like you said, love was at the forefront of your household and your grandma's lessons. And now, as you are front row to someone else's love story, it's such a delicate thing because it could surprise you. It changes you. Like love transforms us and really reminds us of who we are in our own heart. Was there a moment in this season that kind of took you off guard emotionally, or you were just unexpectedly moved?
Um. Well, first of all, the whole premise of the show in itself is like you got to be a brave something to come on here and admit that I've been dating for years and never met somebody. Because in the back of my mind, it's like, are you dealing with a serial killer? Are you a serial killer? Because who does that? It's kind of
Yeah.
psychotic to me. So I think the bravery in itself to come on the show and be vulnerable and be open and share yourself with the world, it's just I say that they're courageous. So I'm only moved by that. But throughout the whole stuff, I think we're in a way I'm used to seeing stuff like this where you go back and forth trying to figure out do I stay? Do I leave? Is this what I want? Do I really want to put in the work? We got friends who hell, I've been stupid before. I've been stupid before. I've been stupid over a man before. So it's just I always tell people get your experience, whatever that is, whether it's work related, relationships, love, whatever. We only live this life once, right? We know nothing about nothing. Nobody gave us a
Right.
manual on how to be a good friend, a good mother, a good girlfriend, a good anything. This is all trial and error. Always tell people get your experience, whatever that is. If it work out, amazing. If it don't, amazing. You
Right.
got your experience. Thank you for the experience because most of the times our experience either make us or it breaks us, but it also builds character. Get your experience. And I always say, did you die? But did you die? Get your experience.
That part.
Yeah, get your
Ooh.
experience, man. Life is a beautiful mess. It's a
Yes.
beautiful mess.
Yes. Truly. No, give thanks for the experience, truly, because it's a living, breathing thing that is here with us, that present moment of the experience. So being able to walk with it and like consciously knowing this is happening in real time, I think that's such a powerful mindset shift too. I love that you brought that up. I want to talk about Empire. Woo! Woo!
Yeah.
Like a cultural moment. I mean, for so many of us watching, you were more than just Portia. You were a possibility to show us who you were, who you are. And you brought humor, you brought heart, and just authenticity that really felt like home. And behind the scenes, I can only imagine that moment in your life, like we just talked about, that experience happening in your life. That must have just been so transformative and professionally, spiritually, personally. Like you were rising. What? Because sis, you were rising, learning, and evolving like right in front of the world's eyes. And when you look back on that era now, with all of the noise and the growth that was happening in that moment, what did that time on Empire awaken within you? You know, not just as an artist, not just as a host, but you personally as a woman.
Yeah. Honestly, and I have this saying that the sky is the basement. The sky is the basement. You ever been in a basement and the ceiling's about this high? It's kind of low.
Yeah.
I mean, and then you raise your hand. You can anybody. I don't care how tall you are or how short you are. If you're in the basement, if you jump high enough, you can still touch the ceiling. So on Empire, it made me realize the sky is literally the basement, meaning anything is tangible. It's all tangible. I was cutting meat for 6 years. I was a butcher cutting meat, and I was also an assistant director of nutritional services, working at a nursing home, cooking for the old folks. My background was food. My background was specifically food. I never knew that I was going to ever have the opportunity to be on TV and entertain the world. I didn't even know if I was going to be good at it. I mean, I know I had, charisma and charm and things like that, but I never knew that it would take me so far as now having a platform on my own. I never knew. I never saw this for myself. So looking back and the whole process of how everything, and I hate to say this because some people get mad at me, but it literally fell in my lap, which means what's for you won't miss you. What's for you will not miss you. It's all divine alignment. It's all divine timing. You just got to trust
Yes.
the process and understand the sky is the basement.
That part. Oh, thank you for sharing that. Thank you. Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
We live in a world where people are often hiding behind captions and filters, but the Never Ever Mets really leans into, like you said, the mess, the vulnerability, the realness. Why do you think this is so important, especially for Black love, to just be seen in its rawest and most honest form?
Well, I think we're circling back. It's important that we circle back. Like we talk about that word authenticity. It's important that we go back to that. We honestly lost connection, especially during the pandemic where everything just went completely virtual. And now everybody is in this illusion of a world that isn't realistic. It's not realistic. So I'm glad we going back to no, we're gonna meet in person and we're gonna actually sit here and talk. Ain't no sitting on your phone. There's no talk, DMing me and we go on DMing for years or DMing for months. No, no, no. Because energy doesn't lie. Chemistry don't lie.
Mm.
It's time to get back to that. All that creating illusion, and then when I don't know, people are so shallow these days. You sit there and you talking to a brick wall. Let's come up out of there. It's like we're in the Matrix.
Yeah.
Get back to connecting. Let's get back to loving on one another.
Yes. Yes. Connection is real. Energy does not lie.
Mhm.
You once said that you had to laugh to keep from crying. And you have taken laughter and you've built joy for other people. And I mean, laughing, humor is medicine to the soul. And you've turned pain into power and all of these beautiful lessons within life. How has humor helped heal you? And how do you use it to hold space for other people on their own journey?
So one of my mentors is Rhyme Fest, Grammy Award winner, right for Kanye, everybody, he called me one day and he said, "Sis, you so beautiful, inside out." I said, "Oh my God, thank you. Appreciate that." He said, "No, listen to me." I was like, "Okay." You have a beautiful way of transmuting pain into something so beautiful. He said, "I know your story. I know what you've been through with losing your mom and going through, these last couple of years have been crazy, but you have this beautiful way. I've never seen you in a bad mood. And if you are, you never show it." But I always tell myself, what good is it going to do? Not only will I be doing myself a disservice, but I'll be doing the people who I'm supposed to be creating purpose for a disservice. What I'm going to do, sit here, be mad, and then what? What is that going to do?
Right.
What's that going to do for me? What's that going to do for anybody? So why not laugh? Why not? But what I've done is I turn all that pain and I put it into my work. I put it into my music videos. I put it into my music. I put it into anything creative, so I can manipulate the energy is what I like to say. Manipulate it and shape
Yes.
shift it into something that I want to see or something that I think people will love. I don't want to sit in this nasty energy. What good is it gonna do? I'd be doing myself a disservice.
That part. I love that you said helping others kind of find purpose within themselves and creating purpose within themselves through all the work that you do because you are showing up for others constantly. But I want to flip that lens for a second, really on legacy, because when Black women see you leading with joy, wearing your crown authentically, we see what's possible. What do you hope that people take away from your journey? Because you've lived lives. You're a daughter, you're a dreamer, you are a star, and yet through every chapter you just remain yourself and you remind us about who we are too, unfiltered, unshaken, just undeniably rooted. And again, you've poured so much into others. You know, the one you've survived and you've thrived, and this legacy remains truly your beautiful journey. What do you want others to remember about your legacy, and also the heart that you carry and that you feel inside?
So my legacy. I wish I had a champagne glass. I always say, let it not be about what you leave for people. Oftentimes we look at a legacy and we think we're supposed to leave our kids this, we got to leave our kids money, we got to leave it. Let it not be about what we leave for people, but what we leave in people. That's going to have the most impact. I've known so many lives I've changed over the course of, I don't know how many years, but they always say, yo, you changed my perspective on life. And that's the best gem anybody could ever place in my hand. It's not about what we leave for people, because all that stuff is here today, gone today. Not gone tomorrow, but gone today. Here today, gone today. That's how unexpected life is. But let it not be about what we leave for people, but what we leave in people.
Taronda Jones. Oh my gosh. This is truly such an honor to speak with you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. You just dropped so many gems, and I'm really grateful that you are leading with who you are, your heart, and you're so conscious, and I'm very grateful for this conversation. Thank you so much. And the Never Ever Met, it airs on OWN, and we're so excited to continue to support you in all of your beautiful endeavors. Thank you, Taronda.
Thank you. All right, sis, I'll talk to you soon.
Yes.
Have a good one on purpose.
You too. Thank you.